Guilty. That was the verdict in the Christie Scott capital murder trial. The jury found her guilty on all three of the following counts: capital murder for monetary gain, capital murder committed during first-degree arson, and capital murder of a victim younger than 14 years old.
Scott is now convicted of murdering her own son. WHNT News 19's Clarissa Stevens has followed the trial since day one.
The capital murder trial of Christie Scott has lasted an entire month, and after weeks of being unsure of her fate, as the judge read that she was guilty of capital murder, she showed no emotion. Standing as still and stoic as a statue, Christie Michelle Scott listened to Judge Terry Dempsey repeat the word guilty. Guilty of killing her 6-year-old son, Mason Scott. Mason died in a house fire in August 2008. Scott is now convicted of intentionally setting the fire and taking the life of her own son.
It's actually the most heinous crime in Franklin County history. I mean, there's nothing worse than a mother murdering her son for insurance and because they didn't want him.
Franklin County District Attorney Joey Rushing says the state's case was based primarily on circumstantial evidence.
We believe that our circumstantial evidence in this case was some of the strongest we've ever had in any case.
Included in that evidence, a $100,000 life insurance policy taken out by Christie Scott the day before Mason's death, expensive jewelry and pictures removed from the house, and an undamaged smoke detector found in the burned home, which is believed to have been taken down before the fire. Rushing says he can't celebrate, but he can feel comfort in knowing that Mason's death will not be in vain.
You feel vindication for the victim, and you feel like justice has been served for them, but you also, it's a feeling that that you realize now that somebody's being held responsible for a death, and they may serve the rest of their life in prison or even be sentenced to death.
Christie Scott's capital murder trial is the longest running trial in Franklin County's history. She is also the first woman in Franklin County to be found guilty of capital murder. In Russellville, Clarissa Stevens, WHNT News 19.
Defense attorney Robert Tootin did not want to comment since the trial is not over yet. A sentencing hearing is set for tomorrow morning at 8:30. Christie Scott faces life in prison without parole or the death penalty.